Here's my thesis, although it should be clear. James Bond novels explain the effectiveness of the most successful creepypastas. With that out of the way, Ian Lancaster Fleming was an English author, journalist, and naval intelligence officer. English, journalist, naval intelligence officer. These all had unique effects on Mr. Fleming, creator of James Bond. Now let's take a look at Bond's favorite drink, the Vesper Martini. A dry martini, 3 measures Gordon's gin, 1 of vodka, half a measure of Quina Lillet, shake well, serve ice cold in a deep champagne goblet, and garnish with a large, thin lemon peel. This is expert crafting. It tells you so much about Bond, Fleming, the setting, and it serves as what would be the most important part of a creepypasta, if it were one. Why Gordon's gin? Gordon's isn't the fanciest gin in the world. Why is it Bond's preference? It's English. London dry and all that. Bond is a man of his country. The vodka not only makes the drink stronger after 3 parts gin, but it complicates the drink, making it both a gin and vodka martini. Very uncommon. And the Lillet? Well, only a well-traveled person would order that in their drink. Serve ice cold in a deep champagne goblet, as evocative of Bond as a spy in so many words. Strong, bold, striking. Same with the lemon peel. But his signature drink isn't all. Bond is a heavy smoker, at one point smoking 70 cigarettes a day. Bond has his cigarettes custom-made by Moreland of Grosvenor Street, mixing Balkan and Turkish tobacco, and having a higher nicotine content than normal. The cigarettes have 3 gold bands on the filter. Bond carries the cigarettes in a wide gunmetal cigarette case, which carries 50. He also uses a black oxidized Ronson lighter. Bond ate extravagant and exotic food while on missions, which gave insight into his travels. His preferred firearm was the Walther PPK 7.65mm, held in a Burrs Martin triple draw shoulder holster. Why all these little journalistic and militaristic details? Well, it's because of Ian Fleming's background, but in the literary sense, it's because it made the over-the-top debauchery, symbolism, and espionage real. Because so much of the world of James Bond was established, and furthermore because it was this world in which it was established, the unreal details became real. The reader was imbued with a sense of suspension of disbelief. The odd job hat toss, Jaws' teeth, the laser watch, any gadget made by Q, all of it seems real, feels real, because it's 99% already real. It's mundane and real. Because of the journalistic style which Fleming employed and the militaristic appeal to authority. We don't question the validity of these fictional stories as anecdotes of real-life events. Kingsley Amis called this the Fleming effect. Now any creepypasta over 2 paragraphs long, and that's worth its salt, employs a decent, if not heavy amount of Fleming effect. A great example is Barbie.avi, which functions off of 2 things, curiosity and exploration on behalf of the reader, and more importantly, the Fleming effect. The story itself doesn't offer all that much in terms of horror or scares. In fact, the creepiness is rather subdued, acting as an undercurrent to the life of a writer, with not much going on in their life. The story meanders and shifts in focus and has anything but a satisfying conclusion. The hook is just the hook of not knowing. But damn, does it feel real. I've been on adventures like the one detailed in Barbie.avi. You most likely have too if you have any sense of curiosity about where urban meets rural areas. But what makes this mundane plot stick out as such a critical/fan favorite? The detail. Here are a few excerpts that highlight my point. aloft in the industrial part of town. Panorama of deserted urban decay. Strangely serene. Computer and a monitor smashed against the floor that hadn't been there before. It was an AVI inside the folder titled Barbie, hidden on the Windows System 32 directory. About 15 minutes into the footage, her face begins to redden and contort as if the questions are bothering her. And about 2 minutes in, there was more footage. The footage was extremely shaky, almost unwatchable, and depicted a pair of legs walking along train tracks. I saw a piece of plywood and my knees almost buckled with excitement. These simple, image-evoking details give the reader a clear sense of place, and the lines in the tale about the author being unsatisfied and stunned and dumbfounded give us an understanding that we, just like the author, can't know what's happening. Any creepypasta, Hands by Unseen Wombat, the characters face hallucinations while inducing one another to be knocked out. These hallucinations are rooted in things the character had previously seen. They themselves mean nothing, but collectively, they make the accounts of the author believable. Even the micropasta, Leon Shogosh, is chock full of interesting details. So, in conclusion, knowing, understanding, and properly utilizing the Fleming effect is key to anyone looking to write creepypasta. Recommended studying material. Metal Gear Solid Kodak Calls. If this video has enriched your life in some way, or you feel this is a topic that requires further discussion, please comment first and foremost, consider sharing it with someone you think might add something to the conversation, and lastly, hit the like button as an affirmation of mouse activity happening somewhere else in the world. Also, I write and narrate original creepy stories. I'm just reciting that in case you're into that sort of thing.